Hey guys, Galucia here, and I wanted to share a very weird game with you. It was on sale for like $6 on Steam, and it was under the RPG category, so I was like, whatever, I'll try it. Turns out it's extremely bizarre. I'm actually kind of screwed too in this one. So I'm just gonna use this to kind of show you guys what's up. So obviously this is my character. And this is where the weirdness begins. Okay, so here we are on my calendar. It's the 13th. On the 15th, I have a payment due to that fairy chick. She's a loan shark. And apparently my dad owed her a debt and died. So now I have to pay her or I go broke. Very weird concept. So what we have here is my store. Prices are down on that, so never mind. So this is your store, and you have to sell stuff to try to get the money to pay the weird fairy loan shark. So, man, this is just—it's so weird. So, there's a couple ways you can go about this. So we're gonna go now. Before I even get going here, take note of the upper left corner where there's that little arrow thing. That's the 4 stages of the day. So every time you have to go do an action, you use time. So by going outside, I'm about to use some of that time. But anyway, so this is the store down here. The town square is useless. The merchant guild is where we can go to buy goods with the monies that we have. And we do have some monies right now. But I have a decent amount of stuff in my store already. And I have to come up with money really fast. So I'm not going to buy anything there. You can also buy stuff at the market. And that has some stuff that you might not be able to get the merchant's guild, but the merchants guild is going to be wholesale price. Then you have the adventurers guild, and the adventurers guild is where you can hire certain dudes to fight for you, and I guess that'll get me the monies. So I'm going to give him a chocolate bar because I don't really have anything else to give him, and we're going to depart, the Jade Way because why not. So this is basic dungeon gameplay here. If you haven't noticed, it's in Japanese. Obviously, the text is translated, but that's it. And it looks very Japanese. I mean, I don't even think I should have had to tell you that. But yeah, the combat is extremely basic. You basically have one button for attacking. I'll wait for an appropriate time to show you that you have a special attack, which is also very basic. I've only been able to use this one adventurer so far. Supposedly you'll be able to meet more adventurers as you play the game, and then oh, you son of a and then get them to help you out. But like I said, oh jeez, I'm surrounded. Special attack. There you go. You got to see it. Ow! I'm not doing so good. Yay, furballs. So, I don't know if like different characters will have different like gameplay styles, like if there's magician dudes or whatever. Like I have no idea. I just really had to show you this weird game. I don't think it's on sale anymore either, so I think it was just like a one-day sale type thing. I was looking for an RPG to play that's different, and I definitely succeeded in that. The whole basis of it is basically the store itself. That's the focus is the fish. See, what did I tell you? Freaking weird. The focus is the store. If you're wondering why I'm able to follow him around, my female character, without being attacked by the things, they have a protective force field, but they also can't interact with the world around them when they're in the protective force field. And I had a freaking critical attack there and missed. Come on now. So that's why they don't get hurt, but that's why they can't help either. I've never seen the snow one before. That's weird. So some of the chests have items, obviously, and some of them don't. This one makes it snow on me, and I'm not sure why that's a bad thing. Oh, I'm sliding around. Ah, herp or derp. Okay. Next floor. So the dungeon works basically. Who are these people? Oh, this stupid chick. This is like some chick that's decided that she hates me and is going to start her own store and take me down, and I don't really care. There's a ton of dialogue in this game that sucks, so just hit escape to get through it. I shouldn't say the dialogue sucks. Some of the story is interesting, I suppose. It's just that it just takes forever. There's way too much of it. Even when you need, because sometimes you don't need the dialogue. It really doesn't matter. And then other times you do need the dialogue, where you're like, man, they're trying to tell me something important here. I'd like to know what it is, but I have to listen to 8 tons of dialogue in the meantime. That sucks. Get over here, you dumb bee. So yeah, the dialogue gets to be a bit much. The translation's pretty good, but at times it's silly. There's been a few different times where I'm like, I don't think that's what they wanted to say there. I don't even know what it normally costs. I think this normally costs $20. I wouldn't pay $20 for this game, but I paid like 6 something, whatever it was, like $6.86, some random odd number, and I guess it's worth $6. Now, here's some other problems I encountered. So I'm playing this game, and first of all, if you're not paying attention, you can really screw yourself. Like this one instance, I thought a guy was trying to buy something off me because it was an item I already had, and I thought he was trying to buy something. He was trying to sell me something. So I ended up buying it for the price that you would have paid to sell it, and I bought it at that price. So I really screwed myself, and I did that like twice. So you really actually have to pay attention to what you're doing. So by doing that, I really hurt myself financially. So I got to day 15, didn't have enough money to pay the loan shark fairy. So I was like, who is like throughout this whole thing acting like she's your best friend or whatever. So I was like, all right, so what's going to happen? Like, are they going to give me another chance to do this, or like, what's up? Nope. Game over. That was it. The game ended. It was just like game over, and it showed her like homeless in a cardboard box, and like that was the end of the game because they repossessed my house. This is all, by the way, remember, because my father apparently had a debt and then died fighting some kind of dragon or some kind of nonsense, and now I have inherited his debt. They kind of took like a stereotypical RPG storyline, but then made it about a store. Oh, rocks. Why? The dungeon crawling is fun, but obviously it's pretty generic, as you can tell. So I wouldn't. I can't play this game too much. Having said that, I did play the game for like 3 hours to get to day 15, only to fail. But I was pleasantly surprised to see that my... Dang it! This dude's getting lucky hits in. Lucky hits. I was pleasantly surprised to see that my save file, like the last time I previously saved, was still available, and that was on day 13. So I have a potential opportunity to unscrew this situation and not lose on day 15, because between day 13 and 15 was when I made those critical errors where I thought someone was trying to sell me something, or yeah, buy something, and they were trying to sell me something. So yeah, oh, there's the portal. I like to fully explore before moving on. The dungeons are randomly generated every time. You can go into the same area, and it's always going to be different. The mobs are generally the same, meaning that depending on the dungeon that you're in and the floor that you're on, the mobs are going to be relatively... There's a certain group of mobs that you're going to potentially fight against. But what those, like, which mobs it's going to be, like, within that group is random, and the level generation is random, except for, of course, the bosses. So, and there are bosses. The first dungeon you do, spoiler alert, there is no boss. It looked like there should have been, and there wasn't. But this dungeon has a boss. I've defeated him already the last time I played on this file, and then had my other failures, so I'm replaying this. But he's not an easy boss by any means. And, wow, let's get teleported. Why not? Ah, there's a bunch of white things. These things are annoying because you basically have to corner them, like against the wall like that. Ah, there's too many of them. There's too many white fluffy things. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Die. My dude that I'm using right now, also, if you haven't noticed, like he has like all the most basic crap ever. Now, when I find stuff, I can give it to him instead of trying to sell it. So your adventure becomes better, but now you don't get to sell that item. So it's kind of up to you to decide whether you think you're better off making your adventurer more powerful or selling the item. Personally, unless it's really, really valuable, I would like to level him up. The final boss is kind of difficult, so giving him some type of improved weapon or whatever would be nice, because he definitely does. Like, okay, there you go. I just got a common shield, so open this up. You can see that all he has is a wooden shield. Scroll all the way down, and then basic stat boosts and stuff, and it tells you what they are. So, huzzah! Now I'm a little bit, because the boss is actually pretty strong. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind being able to survive an extra hit or two. But yeah, so, ow, jerks. I'm only gonna play to the 5th floor. You have limited bag space as well, so. The last time I did this dungeon, I actually started to fill my bags at some point, so I had to start dropping the less useful items. Okay, I would see some of these things, like, again, I would like to sell the longsword, but I know it would make him a lot better, and so, like, that's a lot more attack. And the boss is a pain in the butt, so I am going to have to go ahead and give those to him. But yeah, so I'm only going to do the first 5 floors because, by then, probably my bags will be filling up or whatever. And after you do 5 floors, what it'll do is it'll give you like a magical red door that'll teleport you back to town. And then the next time you want to do this dungeon, you can choose to start it on the 1st level again, or you could skip to the level that you last got to with the red door that teleports you back. So in this case, it would be the 5th level. So you can try to get farther and farther into it. There's the boss. Big ol' thing. For this dude, you gotta kind of... Oh, jeez, he already got a hit in. I suck. You gotta take out the slimes other than him, because he'll absorb them and get bigger or whatever. And you can get more... You can see, like, when I first started hitting him, I wasn't doing a lot of damage, and now I am. So... just try not to let them fall into you. And don't let the other slimes get absorbed into them. Ooh, yeah. Special attack, sucker. Oh, what the hell? And then a regular slime hits me. Ah! I like how you can get more for backstabbing, and I don't even know what his back is because he's a slime ball. It's kind of hard to tell. Alright, so... slime liver. Ooh, I need that. That's actually an important ingredient. I'll explain that in a minute. So, once you level up to a certain point, you can... now see how the timer is running down. So, yeah. But yeah, once you get to a certain level, people will ask you to, like, special order them stuff or whatever. And then, oh, the price is up on longswords. Biggity bam. So, excuse me. So they're going to ask you to... like find specific items for them, and they might give you a time limit, they might not. I'm just checking to see if any of these items are cheaper right now, and I think that is. So I'm going to put this because the price is up on them right now. So some more basics. So this is obviously what everyone can see. If someone comes in and specifically asks and says, I need a weapon, it doesn't have to be a weapon that's on your shelves. It can also be a weapon in your inventory that you can offer to them. So you can do that. And the ones that are in the window, they're sparkly because they're in the window. So that's the stuff that people see. So you want to put your better stuff in the window to try to attract people in. I have a ton of those stupid statues. That's why I put one in the window, because they're valuable, but nobody ever wants them. Okay, so the standard price... See, now this is where we get into the bargaining. So the base price is $1,200. Typically, you can go around 130% markup, and people will buy it. This is a high-price item. I'll start it at like an absurdly high price, like 166% is pretty absurdly high. And he still went for it. So that's like a lot more than I would normally get for that item, probably like $300 more. So that's basically all you're going to be doing. From this point on, I'm going to be sitting here listening to what people have to say and trying to get their monies. Let's try 60. Okay, see, so she needs me to bring it down a little bit. We'll try that. Booyah! So, your adventurers gain experience the same way you would expect any RPG character to gain experience from fighting and all that good stuff. Alright, another high price item. Even though it's cheap, we can kick it up. But your main character here has a merchant level, and like I was saying, like when your level goes up, it gives you more options as far as like ways that you can make money and stuff like that. Crap, I left out a low price item. Okay, so this won't even go at the base price, and that's the thing that sucks about low price stuff. You really got to kick it down a lot. So a lot of times you can end up losing money. Like I think I found that in a dungeon, so that's pure profit. But you can lose money if you bought something and then now you got to sell it at a low price. So I try to pay attention to what's low, and then take that off my shelves if it is a low item. So now, when I first started, there weren't a million people in my store like this either. You get more popular as time goes on, and then you have more people to come in, and then in your particular day cycle, you'll have more potential buyers and so on and so forth. You also kind of get to know your buyers. Like this dude, for example, is not the richest dude in the world. He usually doesn't go to 130%. I'm not even going to bother offering him something at 130%, because there you go. He didn't even take it at that price. So bring it down to 116%. So there's certain people that you know aren't going to pay a lot, and like you kind of get used to their faces and stuff like that. So that's basically the game in a nutshell. So it's kind of a weird game. Like if you're into the whole, oh thank God, I hope this guy buys this because I really want to get rid of these things. If you're into the whole like there's a lot of games where you like run stores and stuff like that. Nice. So it's a good game like along those lines. Wow, I kind of like just rushed into this and didn't put anything in my window. That's hilarious. And see how there's hardly any people in here? It's because I had nothing in my freaking window. So that's why people aren't being attracted in. So I'm talking to you guys, not paying attention, and that was a huge oversight on my part. But anyway. Yeah. But whatever. I'll make up for it next day. I almost have enough anyway. I almost got that 30,000. So, so yeah, it has a lot of the same elements that a lot of those particular types of games do, where you like store management and stuff like that. But then it has the random dungeon crawling thing to go with it. So it's a really weird game. It's a time killer. I wouldn't sit here and play this for 3 hours, but it's interesting. Usually it's the kind of thing where it's like if I don't have time to devote to like a real game, I'll play this for like a half hour just to kill time. It's kind of how I approach this. So try it out if you want. I don't know. Like I said, it's not on sale anymore, so I mean, it's up to you. Personally, I wouldn't call this a. Are these prices still down? No, sweet. Okay. Ah, sweet. Get it? It's candy! I wouldn't pay $20 for this. That seems a bit much. I also don't seem to have nearly as many items as I thought. That's awesome. I'll sell some furballs. But, yeah, it may not be worth 20 bucks, but you never know when it'll go on sale again, so I don't know. Or maybe you're really into store games, and then this will totally be worth it to you. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. My review of this absurd game, and I will talk to you later. Damn right, that's a fair deal.